Tommy was your typical neighborhood kid. He was very friendly, very active, pushed his limits just like every kid does, and got into his fair amount of trouble, but he was a good kid.
He was a kid when he talked about joining the Marines. And when he decided to enlist and get in the delayed entry program, he did a complete turnaround.
I was surprised he picked Marines, but made me a little nervous because I knew that they were always the first ones in if we got into any trouble, but if that's what he wanted to do, I support him on it.
The first couple of years he was in, a lot of memories about, he would call up and talk about how anal the Marines were about things. And I tried to explain to him that's their job. That's what they're doing, you know. And after 4 years, he decided to re-enlist and stay in for a while. And I think that was a great thing for him. I mean, it's something he wanted to do. It wasn't something somebody said, you should do this. He made the decision. And that, to me, that's when a boy becomes a man, when they start making their own decisions and guiding their own life on their own. And that's where he was. It was a Sunday morning early. This is the day that that Army maintenance group got lost and went through on Nasiriyah before anybody else had been there. They realized they'd made a wrong turn, turned around to come back out, and that's when they were ambushed. So now when the Marines come in, they see these Army vehicles, they're burning. They said, who's ahead of us? We're supposed to be the lead element. Well, they sent, that was Tommy's company that went in there, and they sent the Marines tanks in to help round up the stragglers from the Army that were still hiding out. So 4 tracks loaded up some wounded. Tommy went with them. He was in the lead track, sitting next to the crewman for the track, and just before they got down to where they were trying to get to, 2 RPGs hit the track. One in the back, which knocked the tailgate down, and then another right where Tommy was sitting, and it pretty much just destroyed him. I mean, instantly. He was gone instantly. There's no question about it.
He was killed the first few days of the war, so I didn't go through any of that, listening to the news and wondering, and letters and care packages. I didn't get into any of that because he was gone before it was really even going.
When Tommy was killed, he was the first one from Colorado, and it was quite a while before we lost anybody else from Colorado, and we really didn't have anybody to talk to that knew what we were feeling. So we were asking ourselves a lot, are we doing the right thing?
I first heard about American military families through Debbie Quackenbush, who invited me to the first hotel I went to. And we become a family.
All these groups, like American military families, they're all out there supporting the troops, supporting the families. That's something that wasn't around for Vietnam. And to me, that's what makes this country great, is our military. It's all volunteer. People make careers out of it. And the American people sometimes take that for granted. And to see all these civilian groups thanking the military, doing things to help them, I'm proud. It makes me proud to be here. Just wondering what do you think? What was he going through? How scared was he? I know he was scared. Hell, I would be. But he did what he had to do. That's what made him, to me, makes him a hero. He went in, not making very much money, said, here's what I got to do, and he died doing it. That's a hero.